Alright, everybody, so I'm here to talk about episode 4 of Hawkeye. This episode, to me, was very good. It was not as good as the third one, but the third one is just like top tier. This one, it picks up just like right after the last one, like the way it ends. But on Wednesdays we wear purple, right? I'm not wearing a purple shirt, but I got the band. You get quite a bit of action, especially towards the end of the episode. There's a lot of emotion in it. There's like 2 or 3 like emotional scenes, I'd say. That's like, goodness. You get more character development for other characters, and there's still a mystery. For y'all wondering, Kingpin did not make an appearance, but there are still clues, I'm telling you. And I will not be surprised if he's in it next week. Like, there's a lot of, still sketchy stuff going on, but I believe Kingpin's on top. I do. Performance-wise, Jeremy and Haley still steal the performance. You get to see, I just feel like both of them get to be, you get to see very emotional sides of both of them in this episode. But that was, the spoiler-free stuff. Let's get into the actual spoiler breakdown of the show so we can talk about the actual things that happen. So, as I said earlier, it picks up pretty much straight as the other one left off, with the sword across Hawkeye's neck. And as soon as that happens, Kate's mom, Eleanor, is there, and she's like, what is going on? Why is there an Avenger in my house? And then Jack recognizes him. He's like, oh, you're Archer. Then Kate's like, Hawkeye. And and he's like, no, just call me Clint. And she's like, you're branding, bad branding. But they have this confrontation where they're trying to tell them what's going on, and Kate's really hyping it up, and Clint's just bringing it back down. But then it ends with him being like, okay, yes, we're partners in this. She's working with me, but I promise you she's safe and all this. But then Eleanor decides to walk Clint out, and she gives him the mom talk, like, hey, keep Kate away from this. I don't know what she has to do with this, but I love this. And he's like, yeah, I understand. She even brings his family up. Then it leads into a scene where, she could see Jack and Eleanor, they have a really good moment, dancing, and they're laughing and all this, and you see Kate kind of open up to it. It's one of the emotional things I was talking about. It's like, oh, she's opening up. Then you get a scene where Hawkeye is talking to his wife, and he has her look into Jack, and they start wondering about other stuff that might have been gone missing at the Avengers compound, and the Rolex comes up, and Hawkeye says something about the big guy. It's I don't know if it's Kingpin's watch or if Kingpin just wants it, but it's that's another Kingpin reference there, or Kingpin clue, I'd say. Hawkeye goes home. I don't know if all this is in order. I watched it this morning, He starts putting all these frozen slushy things on him. It's ice his bruises and stuff. He just lays down, and then the buzzer, the apartment buzzer, goes off, and it's Kate. She's let me in. I got the Christmas stuff. She comes in, and she's wearing the ugly sweaters, and she brought movies. And that's just another it wasn't really emotional, but it's just because here he is, he can't be with his family. And then there's her, who's obviously taken him on as a father figure-ish. So she just wants to spend Christmas with him because she's idolized him for a long time. And this is the stuff that, his family would be doing. So, I don't know. It just gives you a happy feeling. It's for both of them. And they both kind of loosen up. And so that's another thing. You get to see them both loosen up. You see Clint get to have a little bit more fun in these scenes. He teaches her how to flick a coin, which is really cool. He does trick shots with the coin. But then after that, they have a real conversation. and she confronts him about the Ronin thing, ends up finding out he was Ronin. And they talk about Natasha, and like, I don't know, there's some emotional stuff right there. He sends her home, and then when she comes over the next morning, they got a game plan. Hawkeye's like, hey, I'm gonna go interrogate Kazi, and I need you to pay our LARPer friends visit. And the reason she's going to the LARPer friends is because trick arrows, apparently, like, the thing that's trick about them, you know, is the arrowhead, but trick arrowheads don't attach just to any arrow. So you have to go find your, like, actual trick arrows after you use them. Apparently, like, the police found some, and they're held up at a police academy, so most of the LARPers, you know, are like firemen, police officers and stuff, so that's why he sent her there. And she befriends them, invites them back to the place, but before that, Hawkeye does go and interrogate Kazi, or pretty much just warns him, pretty much like, hey, if Maya gets into this too far, it can't be good, so just stop her. Like, she's the person, like, you're the person she'd listen to. It's kind of mainly what he did. So now him and Kate and the LARPers are all in the apartment, and they strike this deal up like, hey, guess what? We'll help you if you like get us some material for some new costumes, for some new LARPing costumes. And then Kate's like, better yet, how will we get you material for y'all's costumes plus 2 more? So we should be getting our Hawkeye and Kate Bishop suits soon, which I'm very excited to see. Hawkeye gets a text with an address on where the Rolex is at, so him and Kate head out, and he's sitting there, he's strategizing with his binoculars, all this tells Kate how it's gonna go, puts the binoculars down, Kate's not there, she's just already charging in, like she owns the place. She gets up in there, she's in the apartment with her bow and like the flashlight looking around. She finds the watch, but then she finds a piece of paper with like Clint and his family's name and ages and everything, and she's like, whoever this is, they're like really keeping tabs on you. Turns, sees a picture of Maya and her dad, and he's like, oh crap. She's like, this is Maya's apartment. Turns around, Maya's there, and then she's like, Clint, Maya's here. And he's like, yeah, I know. She's like, why didn't you warn me? He's like, because I'm fighting her up on the other roof. And it's obviously not Maya. It's the masked lady. So there's just this huge fight, there's zip lines, there's trick arrows, tons of action. The masked lady eventually gets unmasked, and it's Florence Pugh, Yelena, and I got so excited. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. Well, first, before she even gets unmasked, you see her use like the widow taser thing, so like you knew it was gonna be her. Oh my gosh. But when she gets unmasked, she kind of runs away. To be honest, I don't really remember what happened to Maya. I know she got shot, but I can't remember if she ran away or if she's just chilling or what. It ends in a pretty much of a rough patch with Clint and Kate. There's a big fight about how they're not even partners and all this. It's getting too real for Hawkeye. Like having a young woman with him, like what would happen to her. Like he just doesn't need that on his conscience. That's what it is. And then it ends with their fight pretty much. So next episode we're gonna get more Yelena, hopefully Kingpin, you know. But I'm excited to see what goes on. I really want to know what the heck's up with that watch. I really do. And I really want to see the suits. That's the breakdown of the stuff. We're gonna talk Easter eggs, things I caught. Is they try to troll you when Haley walks in with all the Christmas stuff. She said, oh, here's that classic Hawkeye costume we all been wanting to see. It's a troll, because he was all taped up with all that stuff. That's what she was referencing, but she's holding boxes, so you're thinking like, oh, she has one? But no, they're teasing us with that classic costume. Obviously, when he talks about the big guy, he's referencing Kingpin, I believe. Another one is that when they're talking about Natasha, she asks Clint what the best shot he ever made was, and he said the best shot I ever made was the one I didn't take, when he was gonna take a shot at Natasha. And when Yelena's revealed, Kate has her bow, like he's about to take her out. She's about to take her out. And then when she gets unmasked, she kind of stops. So that's gonna be, I feel like that plays into something. Like, oh, and let's not talk about the imagery when Kate fell off the building and Hawkeye went to like look over, like straight up, like Black Widow, like the way she was like that would be like her falling. Clint looking not okay, Marvel, not okay. Let me know what y'all thought about the episode. If I missed something, let me know and I'll get back to you on it. Hit the like button, subscribe, check out my reviews for the other ones. Stay tuned for next week, and I'll see y'all next time.